Speaking of, in particular, Netflix docuseries that you've been working on, Diddy Do It.
Right.
You've been.
The night before Kim Porter's tragic death, she sent a group text to some close friends that said, "He got me," in the same message, she suggested that she felt poisoned. What makes this even stranger is that, despite reportedly having severe pneumonia, Kim received a 1-hour massage. Who gives someone a massage when they're that sick? The whole situation raises a lot of questions. Now, things are heating up as 50 Cent prepares to drop a highly anticipated documentary about Sean Diddy Combs. He's teaming up with Kim's ex, Al B, sure to uncover the truth behind Al's mysterious coma. For years, rumors have swirled that Diddy might have had something to do with Al's health scare. Some insiders even claim Al was poisoned, possibly with the same substance tied to Jamie Foxx's recent medical emergency. Al B, sure, hasn't been quiet about his suspicions surrounding Kim Porter's death. He's outright called it murder and hinted that Diddy may have been involved. Now, with 50 Cent backing him up and giving him a platform to tell his side of the story, fans are buzzing with anticipation. So what's the real story behind Al B? Sure, it's health scare, and does 50 Cent truly believe Diddy could have played a role? Stay tuned, this story is far from over. There's been a lot of buzz lately about some serious allegations against Diddy. 3 men have come forward claiming he drugged them. But that's not all. Rumors have been swirling for years about Diddy's possible involvement in the death of his ex, Kim Porter. Now, Kim's other ex, Al B, sure, who is also the father of her son Quincy, is speaking out. He's not just hinting that Diddy might have had something to do with Kim's death, he's also claiming that Diddy allegedly tried to harm him too. Here's the backstory. Kim and Al B, sure, started dating back in 1989, and 2 years later they had their son Quincy. What most people didn't know is that before Quincy was born, the two secretly got married. Al recently revealed this in a post, calling Kim his ex-wife. "Nobody knew," he said. "We just didn't talk about it back then. But I like to pay tribute to her every so often. Things seem sweet and nostalgic," but then Al's story took a darker turn. Kim Porter met Diddy back when he was an AR executive at Uptown Records. She had just been hired as a receptionist by Diddy's mentor, Andre Harrell. From the moment they met, Diddy was hooked. Kim, however, wasn't interested at first and kept turning him down. But Diddy didn't give up, and eventually Kim gave him a chance. They started dating around 1994, kicking off a messy, on-and-off relationship that lasted 13 years. In 1998, they had their first child together, a son named Christian. But even while she was with Diddy, Kim still had feelings for her ex, Al B, sure. According to rumors, Diddy wasn't happy about that and worked hard to come between Al and his son Quincy. Over time, Diddy stepped in and took control of Quincy's life, even though he never legally adopted him. To this day, Quincy still goes by his father Al B, sure's last name, Brown. Behind the scenes, things weren't as picture-perfect as they seemed. While Diddy played the role of a devoted partner and family man in public, he was reportedly cheating on Kim constantly with both women and men. People say he did whatever he wanted while Kim quietly dealt with it all. While Kim Porter was pregnant with their son Christian, Diddy started dating Jennifer Lopez. Feeling betrayed, Kim broke up with him not long after giving birth. But after the infamous nightclub shooting in 1999, J-Lo left Diddy, and Kim decided to give him another chance. By 2006, they had 2 more children together, twin daughters Delilah and Jessie. Even with their growing family, things didn't get better for Kim. Diddy allegedly mistreated her in several ways. He was controlling, had her followed, and even wiretapped her home to listen in on her conversations. There were also rumors of physical abuse. When asked about it, someone close to the situation said, "Any man who goes that far to spy on someone, it's not normal. That's pure insecurity and insanity." But Diddy's cheating continued, and the final blow came when Kim discovered he had secretly fathered a child with Sarah Chapman, one of his longtime associates. Heartbroken, Kim ended their relationship for good in 2007, just a year before her untimely and tragic death. Around the time of her death, there were whispers that Kim Porter was working on a tell-all memoir, planning to share everything she had experienced during her years with Diddy. But then, on November 15, 2018, tragedy struck. Kim was found unconscious in her bed by a family member at her Los Angeles home. By the time paramedics arrived, it was too late. Kim was pronounced dead at just 47 years old. An autopsy was done the following day, and the LA County medical examiner determined that Kim's cause of death was lobar pneumonia, ruling it as natural. But the events leading up to her passing raised a lot of questions. It started on November 7th when Kim began complaining of a sore throat. By November 12th, she had developed a fever. She was tested for flu and strep, but both tests came back negative. She was given antibiotics, vitamins, and pain medication, and by November 14th, her family said she seemed completely fine. Her fever had gone down, and she even treated herself to a massage the night before her death. Despite the official conclusion, many people couldn't shake the feeling that something didn't quite add up about her sudden passing. The report made it clear that Kim had no history of substance abuse, alcohol use, or any known medical conditions, which made her sudden death even more mysterious. But then, things started to look even stranger. Kim passed away just weeks after Cassie left Diddy, and some insiders later speculated that Kim had shared something with Cassie during one of their last conversations that helped Cassie find the courage to walk away from Diddy for good. What happened next caught everyone's attention. Just one day after the anniversary of Kim's death on November 15th, Cassie dropped her lawsuit against Diddy on November 16th. It almost seemed like Cassie was sending a message not just for her own justice, but for Kim's as well. As Cassie's lawsuit unfolded, it became clear that her story was shockingly similar to Kim's. Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, even said it out loud: Cassie's story is Kim's story. The same thing Kim went through it all, the beatings, the control. Cassie was living the same life. The more you dig into the details, the more it's clear that there's a chilling connection between Kim, Cassie, and Diddy's abusive behavior. There's another shocking story that's come up about Diddy allegedly breaking Kim's nose. Some say he even flew in a surgeon to fix it. This story was compared to what Cassie claimed, that Diddy would get physical with her, then take her to secluded spots until the bruises on her face healed. It seems like Kim went through something similar. According to some people in Diddy's camp, Kim's nose was allegedly broken on a yacht. It's all still being talked about, and while we can't say for sure, the rumors won't go away. Then, things started to get even more eerie. People began noticing something strange about Ed Winter, the coroner who handled Kim's autopsy. Winter had worked on autopsies for other big-name celebrities like Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, and Brittany Murphy, celebrities who passed away under questionable circumstances. And just months before Cassie filed her lawsuit against Diddy, Ed Winter passed away in March 2023. TMZ reported that his death was due to natural causes. Now let's take a moment to think about Al B. Sure, for years he kept his feelings to himself. He struggled with the thought that he may never get the answers about Kim's death. It's a tangled web of stories, strange connections, and unanswered questions, and it leaves you wondering what really happened to Kim. Kim's death didn't just happen because of pneumonia, and Al B. sure was ready to speak out about it. In July 2020, he shared a heartbreaking video of himself crying. Along with the video, he wrote, "I just found this footage from the morning I learned of Kim Porter's murder. It ripped the soul from my physical body." Al was clear he didn't believe the official story. "I know for sure that Kimberly didn't just pass away from pneumonia," he said. "That's some BS. We had just celebrated our son Quincy's new Netflix deal and Christmas special. Kim was in amazing health, laughing, having fun with me and Diddy at the theater." He wasn't buying the excuse. "I'm going to leave it here," Al added. And then, in a pointed move, he wrote the hashtag "Don't let the lovey songs fool you," a clear message about Diddy's public tributes to Kim, which many found suspicious. But Alabama didn't stop there. Fast forward to November 2021, and he shared an old photo with Kim and Quincy, along with a cryptic caption: "She sent me this saying, life imitating art, art imitating life." Now, it all makes sense. She told me other things too. With these posts, Al made it clear he knew there was much more to Kim's death than anyone was letting on. His words only deepened the mystery and raised more questions about what really happened to her. After Alabama's emotional post about Kim, he dropped a chilling comment: "You would never believe what she went through." But just a few months later, Al's life took a terrifying turn. He collapsed while working in the studio and was rushed to the hospital. Doctors were baffled. They couldn't figure out what was wrong. His health was rapidly declining and they couldn't explain it. Al ended up in a coma for 2 months. When he woke up, he revealed some shocking details. He had undergone several major medical procedures, including an organ transplant, multiple blood transfusions, and being put on a ventilator. He also had fluid buildup in his lungs, developed fungal pneumonia, went into sepsis, and even had lymph nodes removed. Naturally, fans started to get worried and began connecting the dots. Could Diddy be involved in Al's sudden medical crisis? Over the next couple of years, Al continued to share mysterious posts that only seemed to fuel the rumors about Diddy's possible role in his health scare. With each new post, the mystery grew. People couldn't help but wonder if there was more to the story. Was Diddy behind Al's terrifying medical emergency, just like some believed he played a part in Kim's death? It looks like Al B. Sure is done being vague. Since Cassie dropped her lawsuit, he's been speaking out more openly. On December 30th, 2023, right after Diddy posted a birthday message for his son, Justin, on Instagram, Al shared something powerful. He wrote, "When you thought no one was listening because they ran a huge PR campaign to silence you, set you up, and terrorize you, and you predicted they'd try to stop your lungs from breathing while you were in that deep sleep, God said, be still, son. They'll hear you when I make their ears listen and they start bleeding from the truth you've been speaking all along, after coma, after coma, after coma." This wasn't just a post, it was a clear message that Al was ready to tell the truth, and it didn't stop there. In March 2024, after the feds raided Diddy's properties, Al announced something huge: he was making a documentary about his life. He promised to finally explain everything that led to his medical crises and comas, but the surprises didn't end with the documentary. Al recently shared during a performance that he's teamed up with Cent and will be telling his full story in a film. Al's been through so much, but now it looks like he's ready to open up fully. The truth is coming, and Al B. Sure is prepared to share it with the world. Al B. Sure's upcoming Netflix documentary is shaping up to be a game changer, and fans are buzzing with anticipation. Al recently opened up about his past, including the time he spent in a coma. He shared how he felt God guiding him through the toughest moments, and now, with the documentary on the way, he's ready to reveal the truth. In his own words, let the church say, amen. He even joked, I guess we'll have to watch 50 Cent's movie to find out what happened. Al's got the crowd laughing and leaning in to find out what's coming next. But wait, there's more. Recently, Al made headlines by calling out Kim Porter's former friend, Kimora Lee Simmons, after Kimora accused him of lying in an Instagram comment. Al didn't hold back. He dropped screenshots of DMs between him and Kim, proving they'd stayed in touch and remained close friends until her death. He pointed out that these messages were now mysteriously deleted from Kim's account and disconnected from his. Not stopping there, Al took aim at Kimora, suggesting she might have been paid to protect Diddy's image and smear his name. Al's bold statements only add to the growing tension, and fans are left wondering what else he'll reveal in his upcoming documentary. It's clear Al B sure is done staying quiet, and with every post and revelation, the truth about his past with Kim and Diddy is slowly coming to light. Stay tuned because this story is far from over. No matter how hard people try to cover it up, Al B sure is determined to reveal the truth. He recently called out someone who waited until 2024 to pop up on his son Quincy's tribute post to Kim, accusing him of being a liar about personal photos he shared with Kim. These photos were from his own collection, ones Kim specifically asked him to keep. But Alabama isn't backing down. He boldly referred to Kim's death as murder and announced that he's opening an investigation into her death and those trying to hide the truth. Al also opened up about his own health struggles. He's focused on staying healthy after surviving multiple attempts on his life over the last 25 years. In a comment, he added that, despite the rumors, he and Kim were close friends, celebrating their son and keeping in touch privately until her tragic passing. Now, the countdown is on for 50 Cent's documentary about Diddy. Many people are curious to hear Al's side of the story, especially with all the rumors about Diddy's involvement in Kim's death and the mysterious health issues Al has faced. Some are even asking if Diddy played a role in poisoning AL.SO. What do you think? Will 50 Cent's documentary reveal more than we expect? Do you believe Diddy might be involved in any of this? Leave your thoughts in the comments and don't miss out on the next video. It's about to get real.